Hello, my name's John Fenner, and I'm going to talk about VR and the RV Phantom. I lead a small team who develop hardware and software to create a device that is produced by a small company called Leeds Test Objects. So, what I'm going to do is clarify what RV is, that's the ring vortex. I'm going to clarify what a phantom is, and I'm also going to clarify how virtual reality might be able to help here. So I intend to discuss these three concepts and then have a conclusion. The point here is not about the ring vortex phantom so much, but what can something like virtual reality bring in terms of helping people understand what it is and what it does. So, let's get going. The ring vortex phantom, we've got a picture here. It's a particular vortical flow, and it's fairly complex, but it's prevalent in nature, and we've got a picture here, if I can make that button work. Yeah, a picture here with a dolphin having generated a ring vortex, playing with it in the sea. In fact, I've brought my own ring vortex gun here. I press the button here, and it makes smoke, and you see the little blue light come on. And when I pull the button, I don't know whether you can see the smoke, out pops a little ring vortex. If you want to come and play with it, come and see us at the Sano stall in the area up there. Do you want to get that for the camera? If you can't see it, you can certainly hear it, yeah? So that was the inspiration for the ring vortex phantom. What is a phantom? It's a specialist test object for imaging systems. There are a range of phantoms, quite a lot of them. Some of them are anthropomorphic, so like the one at the top there, that's a little model of a heart, and you pump fluid through it, and the fluid behaves a bit like it would do if it was a real heart, and then you can image that. But the kind of phantom we've got is rather more mechanical and electronic. It's quantitative. It delivers a precise vortical flow, which is the ring vortex, and allows you to measure the performance of the imaging system. And so we have the ring vortex phantom. And here we've got a picture of the phantom itself with a little ring vortex, and a scanner, which is imaging that ring vortex. Now, what we're doing is presenting particular features that the imaging system should be able to pick up and display. What sort of features? Features like the size of the ring vortex and the speed of the ring vortex, but also, if you want to dig around, the microflow of the microflow structure that's driving that ring vortex. If the scanner doesn't accurately report the ring vortex, then it's likely it will not accurately report what's happening in your heart if you go for an imaging, or in your vasculature. And if it doesn't accurately report, then there is misinformation and misdiagnosis. We've heard a lot about trust today. Trust is important. We need to be able to trust our scanners. So we give it reference flows that allow you to check that it is operating correctly. Virtual reality. Just for those that don't know, it's an immersive medium. There are two lenses here, a screen for each eye, different images in each eye, but fused together in your brain to look like real 3D. You know, if you do that, you get a different view to if you do that. So you get a real sense of 3D, stereo audio here too. And we think this might be able to help people understand what the role of the ring vortex phantom is. And you shouldn't think that price is a barrier to entry here. This is, if you look on this slide, they go up to thousands, but this is about £250, £300. Even this gives a pretty good experience. So don't let price be a barrier. It's the cost of a monitor. So what's the challenge? The challenge is that we've got a company called Leeds Test Objects that is working with the ring vortex phantom. People think that they have phantoms that work there. Well, that's kind of true, but it doesn't work like the ring vortex phantom. It is not quantitative complex flow. And so Leeds Test Objects is out there with a phantom. Nobody recognizes that they need it. Nobody understands what it does. And nobody trusts it because it's a complex flow. We've got to win hearts and minds here. How do we do this? Well, as scientists, I'm naturally thinking we need data dissemination, publication. But that, I don't think, wins over the hearts. And maybe VR can help. How would you do this normally? You would... Oh, it's gone blank. Right, okay. So, it's gone blank. I'll just talk on. Normally what you would do is you would perhaps put up a video. That's what I'm supposed to be showing here. A video of the ring vortex propagating across the tank. But that kind of leaves you cold. It's, you might see it on the web and then you walk away and leave it. Actually, what we need to do is get you to that phantom so that you can see what it does. But I can't bring the phantom here. It's too big. How do I get it through customs and so on? I've got to plumb it in. It's because it's a liquid, it's a fluid phantom. How do I do that? So what we did was we built a virtual reality representation. Come to the Sano thing, we can show you. In virtual reality, you can interact with it. You can see it in operation. It's life size. But even that is not good enough, I don't think. And so we've gone the extra step. I'll keep pressing this button. We've jumped too many slides. I'll go back one. Let's stick with the blank screen. So we went the extra step, and we went collaborative. So now we've not just got one person in VR, we've got multiple people in VR, standing around the phantom, talking to each other. I wonder if that's a way forward. Now you can come to see the phantom, you can stand with me, and you can look at what's going on, and you can interact with it. What we're looking for is a light bulb moment where people understand what it is that they're working with. And shared VR, I think, does that. It's collaborative, it's instructive, it's life size. And then it makes me think, what have we created here? Well, we've created more than a tool that introduces what the ring vortex phantom is. We've created something that could be used for teaching, without doing anything to it. We don't need to do anything with it. It could be used for training. It could be used for conferences. Well, that's what I've brought for, today. Come and see us. It could be used for trade shows. Can you imagine going to a trade show and going to see Leeds Test Objects stand, and they're the people with the VR that you can go in and talk to them about and see and interact with? You'll remember that. Out of all the things that are on the trade show, you'll remember that. It could be on your website. People download it and view it. You could talk to them. It could be diagnostic support. People at the other end say, my phantom isn't working properly. You say, put on your headset and I'll talk you through it, and you'll both be in there in the same space, working with the same model. I think there are a couple of caveats here. As a scientist, I think the VR experience should be true to the science. We're not trying to fool anyone here. And also, I think the VR experience has to be polished. That's where we fall a bit, because I'm not an artist or a game developer. But it's true that however good the tech is, if you give it a poor rendition, then it'll alienate rather than promote. We need to work on that. So where does that leave us? We've got a ring vortex phantom that needs promotion. So we're sort of suggesting that we marry the two with virtual reality. You might want to consider, does this sort of concept work for your business? Think about it. Come and talk to us. Questions? No chance. Not here. You'll have to come and talk to me in virtual reality to find out more. Thank you for listening.